Welcome to the swamp, the giant that the head ball coach awakened, one that thrived in urban renewal, and now one where only the Gators get out alive. We have a ranked versus unranked battle coming up here, and you know how chaos can ensue if they start smelling an upset. As we'll see a squad from the Big 12, the South Alabama Jaguars, taking on the second-ranked team in the land, the Florida Gators. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, joined here in the booth by David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. And guys, let's get this thing started. The Jaguars will get us started with the opening kickoff. So much for the touchback. Here he comes. I know he thinks he can house every return, but sometimes you just have to take a knee as he stopped at the 14. Offense getting set for first down. They're going to run it to the right. Not a lot of room there. Give him a couple to the 16. These two conferences have been tied together for years through the Sugar Bowl, a little testiness with the whole Texas-Oklahoma thing, and now the rivalry on the field between the Big 12 and the SEC.
Yeah, and conference realignments played a big factor, too, between these two conferences. Think back to when Texas A&M and Missouri joined the SEC. So this is always a fun one to watch, David. Wide-open offense from the Big 12, and then you get the physicality and the speed from the SEC.
I think you nailed it right there. Two totally different worlds. They live in different worlds all the time. One is pitchy woo-woo, throw it around all over the yard. The other one, physicality. Which style can present itself today and win the ball game?
Well, the cornerback wasn't fooled that time. He was squatting on the out route, and because of that, he was able to transition, break on the ball, and knock it away.
So already they've hit a speed bump on this opening drive. It's 3rd and 8. Dropping back, it's Morton. And the missed connection on 3rd down.
Well, they try to throw for it there on 3rd down on the opening drive of the game. They don't get it, but let's punt the ball away. Let's trust our defense. And, guys, let's also trust this home field advantage and the crowd to get loud and make it real difficult on our opponent.
And the return man is stopped, and that'll leave it up to the offense on the next drive. This crowd going to try to make life miserable for these guys. Using his legs, it's Wood. They can rely on this guy to pick up solid yardage when they need it, and he's out to the 43.
Small gain, I know, but again, the defense knows he's going to run the football. He's willing to run the football, not just drop back and pass, make him honor the run game. You got to do a lot of this.
After the productive first down play, it's 2nd and 6. Right back to him on the ground. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one.
You know when you're playing against a defense of this caliber, you're going to have some sort of balance, right? You can't just drop back and throw it every single play. Nothing going on that last run. They're going to have to find another way to get it going, handing the ball.
They'll come to the line at the 42, facing a 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. Fires left. He's got it. That is exactly what you're looking for when you talk explosive plays. The defense finally able to make the stop.
You know, it's a nice throw by the QB there. When you're throwing to running backs, you got to make it easy on them. So you want to put it right on their body, make the catch simple, and let them go to work like they did just there, getting that first.
The Jaguars will snap it on 1st and 10. From the gun, he leaves it with the back. Not much working there. It'll be 2nd and 9.
All right, well, the offense here, they're trying to get this run game established. They obviously don't break off a long run there, but they're just trying to find their footing at this point.
Didn't get much on 1st down. It's 2nd and 9. From the gun, the running back has it. That play just never had a chance. They knock him down for a loss of 5. That linebacker saw the express lane right to the ball carrier.
Did a great job by the defensive line getting some push, making them use their resources on him. Linebacker comes free, doing the making the backfield for a tackle for a loss.
On 3rd and long, no secret what he needs here. And the incomplete pass will bring up 4th down.
3rd and long situations are really hard to convert. The defense knows it's going to be passed. The pass rushers are getting upfield. You're under pressure. You don't have timing. And as a result now, 4th down.
And the Jaguars decide to punt it away. He ought to be able to use this first punt to pin him deep. Able to get the first one of the day away. They did have to send him out 3 times in that victory last week. Really good job by the coverage team to make the stop, and that's where they'll put it in play. Florida has the ball back, and here comes the offense. Boy, 3 and out last time, David. They'd like to be more productive this time around.
Yeah, in the last drive, nothing really clicked. No rhythm, got off the field really quickly. They need to put something together here, bro.
Yeah, David, bad execution on that last drive. So they got to take a collective breath and start playing like a unit on this drive.
Solid pickup of 4 on 1st down. It's 2nd and 6. To throw, it's Morton. Oh, he's ready to take a shot. It's complete. A huge pickup. Hit the gas, kid. Wide open ahead. Touchdown, Gator. A great catch and run for 6.
Well, this offense is top 10 in the country in points per game because they've got a lot of speed and they've got home run hitters. They score fast. They don't need 10 plays to go down the field. You saw it right there. They've recruited well. They've got playmakers. They're going to be a problem for defenses all year long.
And the extra point is good, and it's 7-0. Aggressive play calling on that drive. Just 2 plays, they get the long touchdown pass to pay it off. The kickoff bounces through the end zone. They'll bring it out to the 25. Guys, we'll have another look at this South Alabama offense. That last drive fizzled out, Jesse. They had to punt it.
Yeah, they did. And, David, they're just going to have to do a better job this time around erasing the mental mistakes.
And just trying to solve the defensive riddle, understanding what they're trying to do to you and attack them.
It's going to be important this offensive line is able to get a little bit of push. Just got to give this guy an inch, a little crease, and he can make yards for it.
Halfway there on 1st down, it's 2nd and 5. They go right back to it. They work their way to the 35-yard line. It's a gain of 5.
Well, there we go. We finally see some life in this offense running the football. Nice game to pick up the first down. Got to get more of that going moving forward because they have not run it well.
Ball is at the 35. It's 1st and 10. He wants to throw. And he was hit just as he released it, and it falls to the turf.
Listen, we all want to get to the quarterback and get sacks, but when you realize the quarterback's going to throw the football right away, you just try to get your hands in the air, get a deflection, make him throw around you. Great job by the defensive end.
Still on the 35-yard line after that incompletion. Here comes 2nd and 10. From the gun, running back gets to give. And they pick up just 1. It'll be 3rd and 9.
Oh, man, there's some big hitting going on in the trenches right now. This defense, they take a lot of pride in stopping the run. Let's keep our eye on them throughout the course of the game and see if they can contain this running attack.
Better find the earplugs. Here comes the noise, backing this defense on 3rd down. From the gun, wants to pass. Unloads to the wideout. And this is going to be incomplete on 3rd.
It's so nice when you know it's 3rd and long, you know a pass is coming, you worked on it all week, get your feet set at the sticks, understand that quarterback's got to be rushed, get him off of his spot. Nice execution by this defense.
And the returner could find no daylight. He goes down. The Gators sending the offense back to work. And David, how they would love to stick it in the end zone one more time after that last drive.
And once you get the defense on their heels and you back them off a little bit, you get a little bit of rhythm, it's really hard to stop Jesse, and they're going to try to do it again right here.
And if you're this play caller, you're loving what's happening right now because everything you dialed up on that last drive ended up working out. You're just looking at your play sheet. Everything you're picking is working. Let's see if they can pull it off again here.
Fires to the tight end. They get him on the ground after he gets enough to move the sticks. Ever since they invented the forward pass, the tight ends have been running the drag and getting the first down.
I think it's because the tight ends is so much versatility. You know, they can block and stay in the formation, or they can release and come out. But either way, if the quarterback's patient, most of the time, that drag route's going to come over.
The give to the back. And he's tackled, but there's also a flag on the field. Let's see what the call is. The officials offer the deal, and the coach accepts it. They will take the penalty.
Are you kidding me?
Here comes the offense on 1st down. Use the play fake, now to throw. They get enough rush, and it pays off. The sack at the 20.
And that is an all-too-familiar sight. Listen, this team won last week, but they gave up 4 sacks. They got to protect this young man early in this game. Don't set the tone, and let's not go back to last week.
As they get set to snap it, time winding down here in the quarter.
That's the end of the first quarter. Florida 7, South Alabama 0.
Second down now as they're ready to go back to work. Defense trying to keep this offense from getting a line on who to block. Touch pass on the run. Crosses the 35. Can anyone catch him? Past the 20. And he got away from the defense and takes it in. Touchdown, Florida! He's no stranger to the end zone. His 50th career touchdown grab.
Doesn't matter who's calling plays. Doesn't matter who the quarterback is. You throw this guy's direction if you want to win games. He is a difference maker. He's one of the best in the nation. 50 touchdown catches is incredible.
It's just incredible production and just sustained production consistently week in and week out in the lineup. You know, you're going to throw him the football, you know exactly what you're going to get. What an unbelievable number to hit.
Bounces through the end zone. It's a touchback. They'll bring it out to the 25. The Jaguars offense ready to go back to work. Now we'll get a chance to see if they can answer that last score, trailing by 14, Jesse.
Yeah, and at this point in the game, I feel like offensively, you should go back to what's been working for you in this game. Don't be afraid to dial up plays that you've already had success with, running it and throwing it. It's okay to repeat plays down 14 at this point.
And I would also say, Palmer, kind of understanding that my defense is not playing great. So I know offensively I got to put some good possessions together here, make something happen on this side of the football.
A run for the quarterback. And the freshman does a great job using his technique and getting the man on the ground.
Quarterbacks generally, guys, we know, they're not as big and not as physical runners as running backs. So it is going to be trickier for them to break tackles. I like the idea of getting the design quarterback run game going. But moving forward, let's see if we can get him out to the perimeter.
It'll be 3rd and short from their own 33. They'll try to power their way ahead. The Jaguars get enough for the first down.
And I just love when guys know exactly where the sticks are. You could tell ran with purpose, finished through the sticks, and got just enough for the first down.
And a nice job up front, too, right? Good communication. Everybody knew where they had to go, hat on a hat, work the double teams, and get some push.
They're setting up the screen. And how about that catch and run? So dangerous, this guy.
The #1 goal as a defense is try to hit the QB as many times as possible. Try to rattle him, try to get him flustered a little bit. Nice job getting there, getting the hit on him, but nice job of executing by the quarterback. Taking the hit, delivering the strike.
Receiver on the move gets the touch pass. He's there to make the stop, and they threw it in reverse, losing yardage on that play.
Got to give the defense credit. Watching film, anticipating. They knew that this offense had this play in their back pocket. They knew about the speed of this wide receiver and different ways they were going to try to get him involved. Everybody on defense on the same page, playing together. I love it.
And it's incomplete, but there's a flag in the backfield. Let's see who the call's on. They'll decline that penalty, obviously very happy with the results of the play. Decibels rising as the crowd gets behind this defense on 3rd down. He's looking downfield to throw. What a snag by the defense. Bringing it back. He's inside the 40. And a big return after the INT sets up the offense for this possession.
And when it's 3rd and so long, it's very predictable. I'm bringing more DBs on the field. I'm bringing more speed. I know you're going to pass the football. So offenses have to be aggressive. They have to take shots. They did it there. The defense makes the big play.
Got some room, headed to the goal line. And he's loose, and he'll take it to the house. Touchdown, Gator! How efficient have they been as they extend this lead here in Week 5?
This offense is so good. Man, they can hurt you in so many different ways, and they do it so quick, so explosive. They can put small drives together, big drives together. They've really had a great year, and that's why they're a top 10 offense.
We check in with Kevin Connors. What's going on, Kevin?
Hey, guys, let's take a look at what's happening in a great top 25 matchup. Eastern Michigan is in the unusual position of having to come from behind right now, but there's not a soul who doesn't believe they can pull this off. It's a touchdown game. They're trailing by 7 to East Carolina. We promise to keep you posted on what goes down in this exciting college football matchup.
Thanks for the update on that one, Kevin. Let us know when it goes final. Off the play fake on first down, wants to throw. Now he'll let one fly down the left side. A big-time catch along the sidelines. Got the foot down and an excellent throw, too.
Yeah, and the quarterback knew exactly where he wanted to go with the football, had time, spins the ball deep. Nice job by this offense, understanding what the defense is giving them and creating explosive play.
They'll finally get him on the ground, but not before he makes it to the 30 and gets a first down.
And here we go. If you're an offense, you got to get that ground game going so you can have some balance, and then you give it to your quarterback, Palmer, and let him make some plays down the field later on.
Yeah, exactly. And coming into this game, this offense knew they were going to have to some way, somehow, at least establish a semblance of a running game for exactly what you just said. You got to be able to use play-action pass later in this game to get some explosive plays down the field. And it's a play like that we just saw, which can help them get that going.
They say you could call holding on every play. Well, they did on that one. Now it's 1st and 20 for the offense. Use the play fake, now to throw. Looking for a big gain. And the pass is intercepted. Got room on the return. And they capitalized not only on the pick, but on the great return to improve this field position.
This is obviously not a great start for this quarterback here. 2 interceptions already in this game. He's got to do a much better job with his decision making.
A first down for the offense. On the run, it's Avram. Really nice stop there from this senior leader.
This offensive line better figure out a plan for this D tackle. He is tough to block with one guy. You might want to start double teaming him. He's going to be a problem moving forward. You saw all of his ability on that last play.
Runs through the tackle. And he has a solid gain before the defense bottles him up.
When you're a defensive guy and you want to fire in, you want to go hit the quarterback, but you know if I fire in, he's just going to give the football up. You got to be patient. You got to understand what your responsibility is. Then you see when he keeps the football, you got to go tag him. But the problem is these guys are such good athletes. They're so hard.
Oh, that big stiff arm got him some room. A huge gain on that one before he ran out of bounds, and he has the first down. The Gators come to the line with a fresh set of downs. As we reach the 2-minute warning, they'll need to try to get a stop to keep this thing from getting out of hand. From the 14-yard line, it's 1st and 10. The give out of the gun. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one.
Brings up 2nd down.
Lost one on that last one. It's 2nd and 11. They'll keep it on the ground. And a decent gain there before the defense makes the stop.
I like it. Just frustrate the defense. Get that 5 to 6 yards. Make them honor the run. Make them know that you're willing to run the football and run it effectively.
Not a lot of ground to cover and not much to defend. A big 3rd down in the red zone. Dropping back, it's Morton. It's complete to the right. So close to that end zone. He could almost taste it, but it'll be 1st and goal for this offense.
And that's a really good example of a quarterback and his intended target both being on the same page. The timing was almost perfect on that play. That's why they were able to convert the 3rd down.
Touchdown! Florida! And they take it in for 6 more points.
The defense knew coming into this game they were going to have their hands full. Not only did they have to worry about these running backs in the running game, they had to worry about the quarterback as well. On design runs and on scrambles, they didn't have an answer for him right there.
And the extra point will tack another one onto this lead. They marched the ball 51 yards for the score. And they capped it off with a 1-yard punt. It bounds through the back of the end zone. It'll be a touchback. South Alabama has it back. The Jaguar offense going to work. This late in the half, you're behind. You'd love to create something before the break to build momentum, Jesse.
But you've also had some miscues on offense, a big part of why you're losing the game right now. I'd take it into halftime, make my adjustments, and come out ready in the second half.
Yeah, I'm going to take it into halftime too, Paul. But I'm trying to put some points up right here. Be aggressive, set the tone, be like, hey, listen, this is what you're going to get in the second half, so find something really quick that you can go to.
After the productive first down play, it's 2nd and 6. He's looking to throw. Oh, what a grab by the defense. Got some room to run. Touchdown, Gators. What a great play by the defense and paying it off with the interception return. Look, I know it's only the second quarter, but we're starting to see a pretty significant gap develop between these two teams right now.
No doubt. When your defense is scoring, your offense is scoring, good things happening for your ball club. This defense on point, reading their scouting report, making big plays.
So they got the touchdown, now going to put it in the hands of their defense to finish off this half. The ball bounces through the end zone, and it will be a touchback. Inside 30 seconds to play in the half. We'll see how aggressive they are on this drive. Quarterback keeper. Now after that run, they're in pretty good shape at the 30-yard line. We've played 2 quarters here. Time to go to Kevin Connors in our halftime update. The Gators will line up to kick off and start the second half. That one bounds through the end zone, and it'll be a touchback. Guys, we'll have another look at this South Alabama offense. What could go wrong did in the first half, and they start this third quarter at the bottom of the mountain.
Man, that was bad. That was a frying pan to the head. That was a TKO. It was awful in the first half. Flush it. I got to start doing something right. I got to find some positives. I get the ball first to start this possession, try to put a scoring drive together.
The only thing you can do at this point offensively is just make sure your best players are touching the football as often as possible. You recruited these guys, you got guys out of the portal, you put your faith in them to make plays. This is a time to go out and do it. Well, you wonder if one of the adjustments they made at halftime, trailing in this game, was to try and get the ground game established, David, and they're off to a good start here.
Dang right. Stay patient. You don't have to worry about it. You don't have to press. Just try to get scoring drives together. Don't abandon the run.
Hit hard just as he released it on first down and just couldn't get it to the receiver.
He didn't have a whole lot of time to get rid of that one. The defense was all over him right after the snap. No wonder that thing fell.
Maybe a little frustrated after that last incompletion. It's 2nd and 10 from the 38. They'll run play action. And he was hit just as he was releasing the pass, and it falls to the ground incomplete.
And finally, the defense is able to get some pressure on this quarterback. They had been trying all game long different ways to affect him. Weren't able to get there. But on that play, because of the pressure, it affected his accuracy. That's why the ball falls in.
Third down conversions are a huge stat, and this one would be a doozy if they can pull it off. From the gun, wants to pass. Throws to the wideout. For the third straight play, the pass falls incomplete.
And money down is where you see defenses really understand where the sticks are, play great pass defense, know what's coming, and get off the field.
3 straight incompletions, and undaunted, they'll go for it on 4th and 10. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. Makes the catch, he's got enough. And he's brought down after a nice gain.
That's a great example of the receiver knowing exactly where the first down marker is. He got the depth he needed to get, so once he was able to make the catch, he already knew he had it. Now a fresh set of downs.
The Jaguars have this offense rolling. And that pass is intercepted. Taking it the other way. Touchdown, Florida! A great return for the touchdown. Any return for a touchdown is a great one to a defense. The DB saw it. He thought, don't drop it, don't drop it. Then thought, don't get caught. And he didn't. The pick 6.
These guys can play offense, too. Look at this. I show you, I can be a wide receiver. Coach might split him out at wide receiver next week after making that big play. But defense, great job making the interception. And you're right, doing something with it. Don't just slide down. Don't be content. Take that thing all the way back.
They're lining up to kick it off after the pick 6, and that defense will come out feeling it. That ball skips through the end zone. It's a touchback, and they'll take over at the 25-yard line. The Jaguars offense ready to go back to work. This possession will be a test after squandering that long drive throwing a pick 6, Jesse.
You're right, Reese. Well, I think this is really dependent, too, on the leaders in this huddle right now to step up and help this offense get back on pace here on this drive.
Yeah, and this defense is frothing at the mouth. They're excited. They're jacked up. They just made a big play. They got all the momentum, so they're ready to hunt.
On the ground, it's Wood. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage.
Defense is about firing off, hitting the offensive guys, and staying in your gaps. Everybody knowing where they're supposed to be. You could tell the defense, everyone was right where they're supposed to be, nowhere to run.
Big third down coming from their own 31. Defense tries to get off the field. To the ground with the back. He's brought down, but there's a flag on the field. Let's see which way that's going to go. So the decision has been made, and the coach will take the penalty. The offense will have to use its first timeout of the half.
Timeout, South Alabama.
Here on third down. Looking to throw, and he needs a bunch. And the quarterback is knocked down back at the 13.
This has been a frustrating day, and I'm not sure it's going to get any better. You're already down huge. Listen, this offense can't protect this quarterback. They don't do anything right now. This defense has had their number all game long.
It'll bounce out of bounds, and they'll spot it at the 40. Florida has the ball back, and here comes the offense. This has been exactly the way you draw things up, David. The offense has really been moving the football.
And it's been great execution. They've done exactly what they've wanted to do. Build the lead. Now Palmer's a different animal. Now you got to protect it.
You can tell they were paying attention in practice this week in the film room because they have gone out, everybody right now on the same page.
The offense set for a first down play. Wide receiver now comes in motion. Touch pass on the jet sweep. loose. A huge pickup on the play before he goes out of bounds, but the question is, will it stand? There is a penalty marker on the field. Looking for a productive play on first down.
29 Philly. 2, ready, go.
Here's the give off the left side. At the 35, he's loose. Oh, look out. At the 30. A giant chunk of yardage picked up there, and they're down to the 24.
How about the explosive play by this offense? Man, it's so nice to have guys you can hand the football and just watch him work. Watch him do the rest, the speed, making big plays, breaking tackles. Man, is it nice to have an offense with a playmaker like that.
This offense has to be feeling it after that last one, and they'll snap it 1st and 10 just outside the 20. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage.
Great job of contained by this defense. And in order to do that, the end man on the line of scrimmage defensively has got to be able to set the point and force the football back into traffic. And that's exactly what happened.
They make the stop of the 19 after a pickup of 5.
I like this guy as a running back because he can run between the tackles and he can also go outside. He can really do it all.
And the Gators have taken it inside the 20. Finds his big tight end. And he gets it down to the 4-yard line before he's finally stopped. A terrific run after the catch. You don't want to have to settle for the field goal down here. When you have a red zone weapon like this dude, use him.
And when you get in this area and you've got that big target and that big...
Touchdown, Gator! And the punishment has been extended. Follow the blockers. The offensive line will take you to the hallelujah land.
And I tell you what, most of the time, Reese, it requires a little bit of skill to find that hole and slither through a little crack. That was not a crack. That was wide open. Didn't take a lot of vision because the blocking was outstanding.
Let's go to the studio now and check in with Kevin Connors. Kevin, what do you got?
Dynamite matchup this week, fellas. Let's show you what's going down. Wake Forest is dominating this one, thanks to an offense that's done whatever it's wanted since the opening kickoff. They're up by 27 over the Coyotes. We'll circle back if anything big happens you need to know about.
Oh, and how about that? I know Kevin and those guys will be keeping an eye on it for us. The ball squirts through the end zone. That'll be a touchback. They'll bring it out to the 25. South Alabama has it back. The Jaguar offense going to work. Last time, David, it was 1-2-3 kick.
The last drive, that 3 and out, sometimes that puts your defense in a bad spot, and you got to get a drive together here so you don't wear the defense out.
I just think, David, too predictable, that last drive. They got to do something here to get this defense on their heels.
And what a good job by the pass rush. Get into the QB and putting a lick on him as he's throwing the football. That's what you want. It doesn't matter about sacks. You got to get quarterback hits.
They run the reverse. He's got enough for the first down. They'll spot it at the 37.
And how easy was that? There's so much speed on the field in college football, and you get me lined up and I'm trying to play coverage, and then all of a sudden that guy flies across the formation, and now everybody on the defense has to adjust. They didn't adjust quick enough, and he easily picks up a good chunk of yards. The offense has really got good game plans to get guys the ball in space.
Last play was a near disaster, now dealing with 2nd and 13. They're going to test the right side with this one. Stuffed almost in his tracks, but strong enough to pick up 1 to the 35. If they can convert here, that type of play can really give you a shot of momentum. On 3rd down, going up top. And he can't escape, and down he goes.
And it's been a long day. I mean, there's not much to point out that this offense has done well. They're behind huge, and they got no shot, but they can somehow find a way to protect their quarterback.
A fairly short distance here toward the sidelines, not his best work. Decent field position to start this drive from their own 33. He'll pull it on the read. Dances away from one. At midfield, he's got room. The expressway is wide open. He steps out of bounds after a huge play, but hang on just a second. Defense might get bailed out here by a flag.
That's the end of the third quarter of play. With the score, Florida 49, South Alabama 0.
They'll start the drive here with first down to open this period. They'll try it over the left side. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one.
It's going to be tough sledding for the offense here. They're trying to ice this game by running the football and bleeding the clock. They've got a pretty good lead here late in the game, but the defense knows the run's coming, right? So they're going to be loading the line of scrimmage, getting stops like what they just did. Be interesting to see what the offense does on this next one.
They'll put the brakes on him at the 21, give him a yard.
Gain of 1. Third down coming up.
Just outside the red zone at the 21, but it's third and long. Looking downfield, it's Morton. Gets open down the middle. And he's not going to make it. The defense denying him the first down.
Right there, I think you need a better play call. You got to help your quarterback out a little bit because the throw has got to at least make it to the sticks. On that last play, you're basically trusting the guy to make a few dudes miss in order to go pick up that first down. I think you need to start being a bit more aggressive here when these third downs present themselves.
They keep pushing that lead out, and the kickoff team's getting some work. The kickoff bounces through the end zone. They'll bring it out to the 25. Guys, we'll have another look at this South Alabama offense. They hope to be able to cash in on this drive, David, after having to punt it last. He lets it fly. Nearly another interception. It'll be second down. Couldn't make the connection last time. Let's see if they throw it again. He wants to pass it on second down. Going to try to pop one on the screen. They finally get him stopped, but what a good job by that front wall to set up the screen and create some lanes for their running back.
The offense has struggled. They're not going to win this game, but trust me, this coaching staff is still trying to find things to build off of for next week. And after an explosive play like that, maybe they can generate just a little bit of momentum and gain a little bit of confidence that they can keep coaching up heading into their next game.
The officials offer the deal, and the coach accepts it. They will take the penalty. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. They want to throw it. Wide open downfield. And they'll finally get him down after a terrific pickup.
Zone coverage means everybody's looking at the quarterback. So now, when I'm a wide receiver, I got to make sure I know I fit in the hole between these zones. I know where they're dropping to, and I know where I need to get to. Great job by the wide receiver finding that hole, and the quarterback throwing a strike.
The give to the tailback. And he'll pick up one. It brings up 2nd and 9.
He's going down near the 4-yard line. Brings up 2nd down.
Ready to fire from the pistol. On 2nd down, just keeps firing. And the defense gets to the quarterback.
And they get him again. This has not been the day we expected. This young man We expect great things, like he is one of the better players in college football. You think he'd come out, put on a show, but this defense has had his number all game long.
Now trying to keep this drive alive on 3rd and long from the 45. Looking to throw, and he needs a chunk play. And here comes the pressure, and there he goes down again.
We've seen throughout the course of the season, defenses have had their hands full with this quarterback. He's simply one of the best in the country. But what can you say about this defense here today? They have gotten after him, registering multiple sacks, and they've never let him get into a rhythm.
And he muffs it, a loose football. And he's on his way. He'll go all the way. Touchdown, South Alabama. This game is almost certainly decided already, but the good news is for the next game, guys still flying around, still playing hard, not really hanging their heads.
Long season. This is early in the season. Still got plenty of time. Still find out which plays you like, which you don't, and keep running them, keep getting better at them. So use this as practice.
The deficit is huge. This one is all but over, but they'll keep trying and line up for the onside kick. Cool as a cucumber as the hands team makes a sure catch. The Gators sending the offense back to work. Always good to get points on a drive, David, but chip shot field goals can leave you a little empty.
And I think it's great to get points, but the great teams get touchdowns in the red area. You got to get out there this time and execute a little better on this drive.
You're absolutely right, David. Generally, the best red zone offenses are the ones that run the ball the best. So let's see if they can be a little bit more physical on this drive.
On the option. Now the pitch. On the move is the 30. Touchdown, Florida! And the pummeling has started. With that, the lead nice and comfortable, and they're cruising toward a 4-0 start.
Man, this has been a complete performance. The defense has been lights out, and the offense, obviously, just continues to pour it on. This is what you call having a great day. Putting it all together, offense, defense, complementary football.
And with that extra point, the lead remains in the gargantuan category. Only took 2 plays to find the end zone on that drive, and gashing them on the touchdown run finished it off. Bounces through the end zone. It's a touchback. They'll bring it out to the 25. The Jaguars offense ready to go back to work. Their drive chart is starting to look a little monotonous. Punt, 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 David.
And their defense is starting to get a little frustrated, too. They just keep putting me back on the field, possession after possession. Jesse, this offense needs to get their heads out of their you-know-whats.
The punter's on the sideline with the oxygen mask right now. He's been playing so much. He's not used to this. This offense, they just got to stay on the field. They've got to put a drive together and get some balance going, running and throwing the ball.
Just too much of a rush, and down goes the quarterback just behind the midfield stripe at the 49.
And this defense came to play. They know about the high-profile QB. They rose to the challenge and dominated the competition today. They took care of business, and they made no doubt about who's the better football team.
That sack gets this offense behind the chains. It's 2nd down. Fires to the wideout. Complete to the right. And they'll finally bring him down after he rips off a huge play.
When you're going to run a comeback route, you've got to sell like you're going deep, and that was a great job there by the receiver, really making that corner think he was running deep down the field. So we got the corner to turn his hips, turn his shoulders, and then the receiver was able to just pivot around and make it an easy pass and catch.
Kept it on the ground on 1st down, now back to the line. Quarterback keeps it. I'm sorry you're unlikely to win today, but here's a fabulous parting gift. A late touchdown.
Yeah, good for them. They put together a drive. They got a touchdown. It's been a bad day. I mean, this is a day they're going to want to forget. They're getting destroyed, but at least you get some positive vibes. Maybe finish this game on a little bit of a high note, a little bit.
About to kick it off after punching it in for the touchdown. From back of the end zone, he'll bring it out. Stopped at the 17, and he's probably second-guessing that return.
Will take over. First and 10.
Florida has the ball back, and here comes the offense. Firmly in control of this game. We'll see if they just try to run out the clock and get out with a victory.
Everybody on offense here should feel really good about their performance today too, David. They had a really good game plan coming into this one, and they went out and they executed at a very high level.
Yeah, lights out, and this game's over. I'm interested to see the philosophy now. Do we keep chucking the pill and keep trying to score points because it's the defense's responsibility to stop them, or do they just run this clock and say, all right, we did enough today. We kicked them in the face.
He's run out of bounds, but he's got enough to move the sticks.
You think about when you hit those guys on the move, man, he's already flying so fast, and I got to adjust my angle as a DB and make sure I keep outside contain, and it's a really easy play to run to get positive yards, especially in a situation like that where you're looking for the first down. You run that play, you get it. Nice, easy breezy.
Here's a quick throw out to the left. Still on his feet at the 45. And he's running in the open. Touchdown, Gators! And the beatdown has ensued. They give themselves a little more cushion as they try to reel off their fourth straight win. Another touchdown for this guy, and he's starting to get in the groove the way Terry Dean did when he set the single-game record with 7 touchdowns.
Another one. I mean, just putting up stats. This guy's finding the end zone, and he can do it all. Just showing it off left and right. When you play in such a physical league like the SEC, but you got a guy like this that can get an extra first down and really keep those chains moving and score big plays and big touchdowns, good luck stopping him.
South Alabama has it back. The Jaguar offense going to work. Not a lot to feel great about in this one, Jesse, but I'm sure they'll going for it all. And it goes through his hands. Oh, he had an explosive play right there for the taking, but couldn't reel it in.
And this is just one of those days, man, where everything has gone wrong, right? Like they just haven't been in a rhythm. They haven't got it going and never built the momentum. This is one of those days that you learn.
And that makes 5 interceptions in this one. The nightmare is alive. Touchdown, Florida! The defense puts 6 on the board with a big-time interception return. Things a little more comfortable after that score and much, much closer to a win here in Week 5.
Dude, you didn't think it could get any worse, right? You thought this game's over as it is anyways. Offense still throwing the football, still trying to make plays, and the defense just continues to pour it on, gets the pick, makes its way all the way to the end zone.
And let's check in with Kevin Connors in the studio. Kevin?
Guys, right back to your game after we update the nation on this one. Wake Forest put one in the win column in convincing fashion. The Deeks had 0 issue moving the ball, and that defense held strong in key moments. Talk about a complete performance. 60 minutes of football and a convincing outcome, and certainly a game with implications far beyond just the standings, fellas.
Hey, Kevin Connors keeping an eye on everything all over the country. Sounds like they had a good one there. Off the play fake on first down. He's going up top here late in the game. And he throws another interception. Trying to take it back. He's at the 40. He's at the 30. Inside the 10. Touchdown, Gators! And this defense coming up with points of their own. What an interception return. What a play by this defense with the pick six.
And how about the defender? Exactly what you're supposed to. Breaks on the football, makes the interception. Everybody on defense, we turn to offense. Go lay some blocks so my guy can get it and take it back to the house.
Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. And the extra point just tacks a little bit more onto this huge lead. Lining up to cover the kick after that touchdown drive. It bounds through the back of the end zone, and it'll be a touchback. Guys, we'll have another look at this South Alabama offense. Well, this has pretty much been an evisceration, an old-fashioned stomping, Jesse.
Yeah, and listen, this is one of those games where you're not necessarily throwing the playbook in the trash after this one, but I do think this coaching staff, David, really has to be honest with themselves and rethink what schemes are working and not working and which guys maybe need to get more touches in this offense.
Well, I think I like the trash option as well because it's been hot trash. This has been a bad day. Offense, defense, giving up a ton of points, not scoring near enough. So it's been a bad day you're going to want to forget.
He's dropped behind the line of scrimmage. That'll be a loss of 3.
Yeah, and this offense, man, they just continue to struggle. And just they need to find something that they do really, really well. And running the football late in the fourth quarter when you're getting beat by a good bit, that's probably not it. This offense needs to hit the gas, and they need to pitch and catch a little bit, throw the football around.
When you know you have a team outclassed, the ability to play to that standard and finish with a blowout like this is really impressive.
And it's almost like playing against yourself, right? You know you're better. You know you're going to win the football game, but how do I continue to still execute? This was so easy. Great execution. Just beat down in every facet.
I think as a player, you just love being in such great rhythm, and we saw that right from the get-go in this game. Offense just able to matriculate the ball down the field. Defense was not giving anything up. What a great game plan coming in, and this was just total domination.
That's going to do it for us. For Jesse Palmer, David Pollack, our entire broadcast team, I'm Reese Davis.